rocky year. We had a number of disputes, everything from our continuing trouble over the trade relationship, differences over how to respond to North Korea's provocation, differences over Iran. So it's a rather lengthy list of where we have difficulties, and that led to a difficult year in the relationship in 2010.
Randy, should we fear China?
It's not the word I would use. I think watching the trajectory is very important, as your previous report implied, the growth in their defense budget and the types of things they're investing in, particularly capabilities that are specifically designed to counter U.S. advantages, the cyber capabilities, the space capabilities, the anti-ship ballistic missile, and so forth. So it's not necessarily something to fear, but if we're not responding appropriately, then over time we'll certainly lose our advantage.
It sounds like instead of using fear, maybe we should be wary about China and what's ahead. So if that's the case, then how do we go about resetting the relationship as some are suggesting? And would you suggest the same thing, that we should hit the reset button?
Well, we want a stable relationship with China, and certainly there are many things we want to work with them on. But I think we do ourselves a favor when we're candid with China and we don't gloss over difficulties. The other thing that's very important is that we continue to build up our alliances in the Asia-Pacific region. Secretary Gates, I think, his visit to China was only fair and marked by that rollout of the stealth fighter. But he made a very important visit to Japan after visiting China. And all signs are that our allies are equally concerned, and that's an opportunity for us to strengthen our allies in the region.
When you say don't gloss over difficulties, do you think that we're being, too friendly or maybe too celebratory with the state dinner and everything that's going on to welcome the Chinese president?
I personally think it's a mistake to have a state dinner. You have Liu Xiaobo, the Nobel Prize winner, in jail, his wife under house arrest. You have a Nobel laureate, Dalai Lama, who can't return to China. I think the specter of a 21-gun salute and a state dinner is inappropriate. But even beyond that, I think tactically this administration made an error. These trappings of power and the symbolism that go along with state visits are very important to China. We should have used that for leverage, and we should have traded on that to get some of the substantive outcomes that we wanted.
Some say the reason why we have to go through this is because of our economic relationship, because of the fact that China does own so much of our debt. How does our economic relationship with the country affect maybe the diplomatic one that we could be having?
We have an interdependent relationship. We're in it together with China. But I don't think we should necessarily look at the trade relationship and come out of it thinking that somehow China has the upper hand and that we need to bend where we have other principles involved or make other sacrifices. We're in the economic relationship together, and that's on its own trajectory. But we need to be pursuing our interests, whether they be security or human rights, religious freedom. We need to pursue those vigorously as well.
You helped us cover a whole lot of ground here, Randy. Thank you very much. Certainly a lot to this relationship, and we appreciate you helping us walk through a few different points of it. Randy Schreiber, again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.